A lot of people wondering this morning if, LeBron James, that was his last game as a Laker. Let's add some context to it. Believe it or not, despite the biggest brand, Jeannie Buss, who's really wonderful at what she does, she is the poorest NBA owner. Steve Ballmer, who owns the Clippers, is the first or second richest. He could buy, if you look at his net worth, 27 of the other owners combined. So LeBron's not only important for basketball, he's important for business. He sells tickets. They're sold out, and they're winning about 45 games a year. So there's a reason Kobe Bryant was paid top of the market till the end. Those local cable deals, whoever the cable provider is in Los Angeles, pay tens of millions of dollars a year. They need LeBron. L.A. is not Indianapolis or San Antonio. People here make a lot of money. We're a 40-minute flight to Vegas. We have beaches, mountains. The Dodgers draw $5 million. 2 NFL teams, 2 NBA teams, USC, UCLA. You can't tank in L.A. You can't tank. You can't be starless. You can't even really truly rebuild. People have things to do here and a lot of money. And LeBron, in terms of basketball, was out of this world good this year. He was great in this series. His three-point shooting this year, best of his career. His field goal percentage, best yet as a Laker. He led the team in assists, ticket sales. He played 71 total games. I think he had 26 per night. He was fantastic. Many nights he's the best player on the floor in the games he plays. Many nights, more than half. And that includes AD. And he and AD play well together, and he and AD get along really, really well. LeBron's always loved the guy that'll do the dirty work on rebounding and defense. LeBron doesn't want to do that stuff. He wants to get out in the break and shoot his threes. And AD is banged up and playing 70-plus games. He's a great defender, in my opinion, the best defender in the league. And AD just had his best year ever as a pro. He was fantastic. Jokic had to work for every point in this series. So LeBron wants to be a Laker. And here's the good news. When they made that AD trade with the Pelicans, it kind of trapped them for a couple of years, NBA regulations. They now can trade 3 first-round picks this year. They only have 1, but they can trade 3 without getting into the weeds. It's due to the AD deal. And D'Lo's coming off the books. So they're going to need a star, and they're going to go get a star. Donovan Mitchell, Trae Young. So my guess is LeBron stays. There's no reason to move him for business, no reason to move him for basketball. I would absolutely have no problem committing for 2 or 3 more years. He's going nowhere. You know, you can draft his son if you want, but LeBron's still a really, really elite player. And he was in this series against a physical Denver team. But if you start looking at the West, just the West, forget the Celtics, Denver, Mini, OKC. You start looking at these teams out West, they're better than the Lakers. I mean, here's a prime example. The Denver Nuggets do not have a single player of their best 4 that ever have a horrible game. They have horrible halves. Jamal Murray can have a bad half, but Jamal Murray will then have a great second half. The Lakers' D'Lo disappears for games at a time. Rui disappears for games at a time. Even Anthony Davis, as great as he is, can be a no-show sometimes offensively. I mean, Michael Porter's their 3rd best player for Denver. He shot 48% from 3 in this series. He's an agile 6'10 athlete with a dead-eye 3-point touch. He's their 3rd best player. Okay? He is significantly more talented, gifted, and better than the Lakers' 3rd best player, D'Lo or Austin Reeves. Their 4th best player is one of the better defenders, one of the longer bodies in the NBA, hustle guy Aaron Gordon. Way better, I would argue, and more valuable and more consistent than the Lakers' 3rd best player, and he's their 4th. Not to mention they have KCP, who is just a big shot maker. So you can blame Darvin Ham all you want for this. The fact that they outplayed Denver most of the series says something. Eric Spoelstra is one of the best coaches in this league. Over the last 15 years, 10 years, one of the best coaches. He's getting worked in his series. Why? The reality of his roster. The Lakers roster is top-heavy. There's no bench. Their 3rd best player, D'Lo, sometimes is a no-show, almost always against Denver. Well, what do you want from Darvin Ham? He got the Lakers ready to play. I thought they outplayed Denver again last night. But at no point, even when the Lakers led, that I think, oh, Denver's in trouble. Every time these 2 teams play, it always looks the same. Denver's better late because Denver's got better players and better closers and coffees for closers. He wants to be a Laker, but he wants the Laker to make big moves. He'll put the pressure on. I think they'll retain LeBron and Darvin Ham. AD's here for the long run, and they'll go get a Trae Young or a Donovan Mitchell. So, LeBron, Curry, and Durant out of the playoffs. We're just moving into the second round. Since 2005, one of those guys, sometimes all three, one of those three had made the second round of the playoffs. They're all gone. So who's the next face of the league? Who's the next face? Jokic, Tatum, Giannis, Luka, SGA, Wemby, Ant Edwards, all vying, some vying. Jokic doesn't want to be the face of the league. Who's the face of the league? Who's going to carry the torch? Now, they're all talented, but there is no Patrick Mahomes to replace Brady, Manning, and Breeze. It's not there. He was marketable. He was the best player. He's the best quarterback. He plays the most important position. NBA diehards will tell you it's going to be Ant Edwards. It's going to be this guy. It's going to be that guy. The truth is, they thought Iverson, Stevie Francis, and Marbury would replace Jordan, and half the league ratings disappeared. I don't think any of these guys, maybe Wemby, although I'm not sure he wants it, will be the face of the league. And this, like international soccer, is a face of the league sport. You don't need it in the NFL, although they've always had it, but it's a big part of this league. Now they're going to Amazon reportedly, so a lot of people aren't going to watch them when you go to streaming. Your numbers can go down. They generally do, significantly. So a lot of people forget this. They always think, it doesn't matter what market you're in. Yes, it does. LeBron is the only small market face of the league ever. Think I'm lying? Go back to the 70s. It was like Jerry West, the logo, Los Angeles. And then right after that, I felt like Dr. J, big market Philadelphia. And then Magic, L.A., Bird, Boston, Steph, Shaq, Kobe, all big market. LeBron's the only one in Cleveland. Michael Jordan, Chicago. And when Michael Jordan was the face of the league, the look, the game, the style, the earrings, the smile. And at that time, Chicago had the number one NFL team, the Bears. Oprah was the biggest star in daytime TV. And Siskel and Ebert were driving people to theaters when people used to go to theaters. Chicago has never been bigger than then. The Bears, Oprah, Jordan, Siskel and Ebert, it was flying. And then there's LeBron from Cleveland, who, for the record, was a headline in high school. The chosen one, the king. We don't have anybody like that now. So I don't know who the face of the league is, but market size matters. Now, could it be Jalen Brunson? He's not dynamic enough. His game is excellent. I love him, but that doesn't feel like Magic played different. Bird, Kareem, Dr. J, most of the faces of the league. I mean, Tim Duncan was the best player for about 5 years. The big fundamental was never close to the face of the league. You got to have some pow, some vertical, some Shazam. And I do think Ant Edwards has a lot of that, but Minnesota is a football market more than a basketball market. But this stuff matters. I don't know who the face of the league is. I love what I've watched in the playoffs. People always bang on the NBA. I thought last night was one of the best games I've seen in a year. I thought the couple of nights earlier, Dallas Clippers second half was one of the great nights I've seen in basketball in this country, anywhere globally. That's great basketball. Knicks, Sixers has been unbelievable. I love the league. I love the games. The fans, the arenas are sold out. The stars, it's international. But face of the league, I guess I'd go Ant Edwards and Wemby, vie for it, but I don't feel it yet. Hi, everybody. It's me, Uncle Colin. Subscribe here to get the latest from the herd, including exclusive behind-the-scenes videos and more, wherever you may be, however you may be watching. Thanks again for making us part of your day.